Welcome back to the LSD channel, Living Spiritual Daily, Joe Blazer. We're going to go right back to the Marion situation. So once I got into the cell in Marion for the first night, that first night I had these dreams with my dad. And so I think if all other, take away everything good and bad, positive, the duality, all the goddamn bullshit, the fact that every single night that I was in Marion, which was almost 24 months straight till I won an appeal and got released, that was the sixth stop, the sixth prison, the last and the longest stop of the whole situation. That every single night I met with my dad in the dreams, extremely lucid dreams. I think I had my first lucid dream at the age of 5. Nobody knew what the fuck it was. It was kind of cool because you could just go crazy and break windows, and as you get older, you could just like make love to a chick. Like, you could just do anything in those motherfuckers. But we would meet, man, and my dad died October 15th, 1988. And the day before that, man, we got in a brutal fight. I finally stood up to him. And so I never got to make that peace. And, writing a letter on the grave and all that, yeah, there's all kinds of ways that the modern psychologists have figured out that you can kind of dispel any sort of resentment with it. But that first night, and I was grateful to have my single cell and not have to shit with another man in the room. That night, and the dreams would start where we were at disagreements, but by the time I left there, and it's almost cosmically like, because I got action in the court, and then I got this letter, I was getting remanded back to the sentencing court, the 6th district agreed with my appeal, but it's still up to the sentencing judge, and if the prosecutor reappeals it, they could take it all the way back to the Supreme Court, and there was an inner circuit conflict. So there was a lot riding on that appeal. So it wasn't guaranteed that I was going to win. But somehow cosmically, because the way the dream started, where there was like a negotiation, then an acceptance, and then like saying goodbye to him. And it just evolved, these dreams with him every single night. And then sleeping in prison, man, when you wake up, there's about a 10, 12, 15 second time where you're like in the zone in the moment, which is just like basically a samadhi. But then when you wake up out of that, even though you're up from the sleep, the fucking horror of prison just slaps you in the face, man, like a fucking truck driver running over a pedal bike. Just stark. So somehow in the confines of that motherfucker, and then, really getting into yoga, deep breathing. Alex, the leader of the Black Muslims, taught me how to water fast. He would do it for 30 days straight. I would do 2, 3, 4 days. But somehow in the confines of that, which I would have to equate very similar to a Buddhist monastery. The monks just choose it. But in Marion, many of us would get to that place every night. And somehow that cultivated and allowed those dreams with my dad, and it was just so unbelievable to be with him and to talk with him night after night after night after night, and culminating into both of us understanding and seeing. That in itself was worth the price of admission times 1,000. So, and I felt that way at the time. I mean, I wanted to get out. There were brutal fights and things happened. Generally, though, the level of anger in prison is a lot less than what's perceived. People don't walk around angry, but they will fucking kill you if you disrespect them. Like that, the level of seriousness is, on a level 10 with a magnitude of 11, So that's today's, man. Today's lesson is, I don't know about making the best out of a bad situation, but good and bad is a man-made concept. Polarity is part of it. That is the whole. There is no good and bad. Do I think pedophiles should be locked up? Yes, but in the polarity, the positive and negative, is one. There's no division. You can't see dawn unless you spend the night, right? It's all one, baby. I love you.